Good morning, people. It's afternoon now. Had to go to the doctor this morning. Everything okay. But we're going to take a look at this double deep 8 frame. It's number 340 East fence. And we're going to see how they're doing today, what they need, and what I can do for them to help them. All that good stuff. I just lifted the top. So it's not stuck anymore. That's not stuck anymore. That's stuck. Okay. Pick this one up. That one has nectar on that side and bees, and they're building it. They're building it on the fishing line. This is 20-pound fishing line that I put on, and they built this one first. Well, this, and then there was a long one in here, and then there was a short one here, and then they build it down, leaving a little it's called communication hole here and here. And on plastic, that's what they can't have. And I do what I like to do. I like the bees to make up their mind where they want to put this stuff. To me, plastic's a little bit thick. They can't communicate because they communicate by pheromones and their wiggle dances. This is my hive tool. Called a J-hook, and it's easy to get my frames up, and I'll show you that just a little bit. That's stuck. Okay, this one here has nectar and brood and a couple of drones on it. This one here is mostly nectar. This is brood, caps brood, and all the rest of this around here is nectar. And that side there is nectar. And here looks like a lot of bees in the bottom. Oop, I was going to show you that, right? With your hive tool, I can take right here between the two little things, slide it in the middle, push it over, take this one and push it over. This frame here has an open queen cell, which means she doesn't cut the other ones down. But that means we got at least one queen. This one had a blue queen. Here's a little queen cell that they opened up right here. And this side here had another little queen cell and it's open. So we're going to be looking for one queen and probably two queens. Maybe two queens. And one may have not have made it. I'm gonna sit down here, but anyway, you just slide it in here, you slide it like that. This is how they've been building their foundation. I don't see a queen. They got that one half built all the way down though. The side over here, they got built all the way down. This one here is just a little bit, but they both have nectar in them. And I don't see a queen. She could be in the bottom. But anyway, that's why they build it. With the foundation that they build, they can build both sides on the same time and put nectar in both sides at the same time, put larvae in, or they can lay eggs in whatever. Whatever they want to do. Enough about my frames and store-bought frames. But as long as we're on the subject, wax foundation, you never know where the wax comes from. Plus that, they want $2 a sheet for that stuff now. This one is filled up with nectar. I think they're going to need another box. Queen is nowhere to lay. I'll show you that. Anyway, it's all laid up with nectar. Could be why the queen's not up here. She doesn't have any honey bound. This one has some honey, some bees, nectar. A couple of drones. This is honey. This is nectar. Nectar everywhere else. What else we need to talk about? Hive tool. Let's say you got a frame that they can't get in between here. What you can do is come back a little bit and it'll snap out that way. Then they can take this if you want to and pick it up that way. Here still has some brood on it, old brood. Okay. This still has a little bit of capped brood here. It's old brood. Come around. All this is nectar in here. Some nectar and pollen kind of scattered in there, but I don't see any eggs. Caught a saw queen. This here right here is just a communication hole, a little bit bigger, and I may have gone in there and cut a queen cell out. They haven't closed it back up yet. Then you might not need your hive tool, you just use your fingers. This one Has nectar on it. This is mostly nectar in here. And we're going to put them back the way they were. They're getting a little bit upset with me here. I don't know why. One of the ways to keep the bees from getting through these little ear things here, other than using smoke, is taking them about 3 at a time. Mine I can only take 3. Sometimes you can take 4 or 5, or just push them all back. Me, I usually use 3 at a time. I pick up this one. Now this frame here that they're going to put honey in, this side over here, they laid all, well, from about here down. That's all drone cell. This up here is worker cell. This is worker cell. All here is worker cell here. And then back down on this side is drone. And it's the same thing on both sides. Okay. Center it up. We're going to get rid of some of these yellow queen cell marks. Okay. And we're going to stick this up now and put it over here. And we're back here again now. We're gonna let it down a little bit. Okay, and it's bottom hive. They're still real gentle. People ask me, how you get your bees so gentle? That's a long story. They're not stinging me, they're just aggravating me right now. Okay, this frame here, kind of like that other one that was right above it. This is worker brood. This is drone. It's kind of backwards up. This is worker brood. This is drone brood. This is worker brood. The queen could lay on half of that. 2/3 of that. Got some weight to it. This was filled with nectar, drone, this one here has got nectar, a little honey, got a little honey cross here. The rest of all that is just nectar, waiting for them to make it honey. They have to pull the moisture out to at least 18% before they can, you know, they cap it. Before they cap it, they get it down to at least 18, and then that turns into honey. anything above 18. We here with Pure Raw Honey at South Carolina Happy Bees. We don't consider anything above 18 as honey. Now this one here has some brood, some larvae. I'm gonna need my flashlight. This side here has larvae, capped brood, and that's about it. Flashlight here. There it is. Okay, it has a lot of larvae. The whole thing is laid up, but I didn't see any eggs. This one has brood and larvae. A couple places where they've cut my fishing line and life goes on. Yeah, we'll cut that 20 pound too. 30 pound fishing line, they don't really like it. They don't build it like they do on the 20. This one has larvae. I don't see any eggs though. We're not getting any honey yet that we can sell, or any that we can get off the bee. Talking about the honey here. Back to you in a minute. Okay, this one. Let's see, a queen. Don't see a queen, but it has some older cap brood on it. Has some older cap brood on it. And has some open area, has a little piece of honey across the top. Okay, we have eggs. We have eggs. We have eggs. So the queen's been here not long ago. In here on both sides are eggs. There's eggs down here on this side that I had my head in the way. Eggs down on this side. Eggs up here. The whole thing is just about laid up with eggs. But two girls on the comb. Well, we go in their hive, beehive. They're as curious about us as we are about them. Figure you get a little bee in your house and people get all upset, scared, get them in the car, get all upset and scared. Pull across off the side of the road. I did that, used to. I got attacked by a bunch of ground wasps. And I'd be driving my van to work. We'd go down the interstate, and if anything got in the van flying, we was on the side of the road. This one here. Got a lot of queen cups, but there's nothing in them. And I don't really bother with them much unless they're in a hole, because in that they got a real hard spot. And the bees, they could take it all out, but they don't need to worry with that. All they got to do now is fill that in as much as they want. Don't see a queen though. But this is a honey band across the top here, and that's what the honey's got to be like before we extract it here. But that's honey. But that's honey. It's kind of a light. It's a lot slicker than the brood here. The brood is kind of dark and it's got a little lumpy on it. Now this has a little lumpy too, but that's the way it is. And that's the honey part. And they'll do that with the whole frame with all the nectar. They go down. Okay, that wasn't my bees. That was a stranger's bee, or one of their friends. You know how it is when you got a bunch of kids and they all each one want to bring somebody home to play with them. And that's what that was. I remember my kids, they'd bring home people that I didn't really care about. Most of them was okay. The blue queen. It is a blue queen. Blue queen. Eggs. Yes, I'm going to show y'all the queen. Right here. Stick her back in. She's looking for a place to lay, people, and she's got no place to lay right now. I'm going to go out to the freezer and get a couple of frames, layable frames, and we're going to have to checkerboard this stuff. Okay, and that's another one. Got a lot of pollen, a lot of nectar, but the honey, that's what the honey looks like. And they'll do that whole thing. We're not going to checkerboard them right now. We're going to go in. Well, that's honey on that side anyway. So we're going to slide these over. This one. And we're going to do something else. We're going to take this one. We're going to take these three Let's just take the two. We're going to take these two, slide them over there. And we're going to take this one that's got the worker brood in the middle, both sides, and then the left and the right sides has worker cells in them. We're going to put them here and see if the queen lays any eggs in them. Slide that down there. Push this all one way. I'm going to take this and push it this way. Okay, Blue Queen, we need to get her some room to lay on. Bet y'all know what I'm doing, right? We're going to get over here and get them a little piece of pollen patty. They had a lot of nectar, but they didn't have that much pollen in there. Got that set up. Now we'll be back here, and when I come back, I'll bring another box. If I can get this one. When you put this on there now, you don't want to make it to where your grasses get you like that one on the right hand side of y'all. It had this over here had grass. This grass was getting up there. You don't want to get that between your frames and say, oh, it's okay, they'll take care of it. When you do that, that could cause problems inside the hive with maybe a mold or a mildew or something like that. The bees don't want to care for. But that's what we're going to do there. We'll put the tray back in it so we'll know where it's at. We'll put that in there. We're not going to put any sugar water in there. We're going to put a little bit of water. A little bit of water in there will help have more bees to work instead of going to getting water to cool the house down, because they don't have air conditioning. And they have to have the water, and the little bees, need a drink of water. They can't fly. They'll go up there and tell their big sister they need something to drink. Big sister tell them walk up to the top and get your own. This is Sam, South Carolina Happy Bees. Y'all have a great day. Subscribe, give us a thumbs up, share, leave us a comment. Y'all have a marvelous day. Bye-bye.